The Fourth Kind is a science fiction horror film starring Milla Jovovich. It says to be based on real case studies in Nome, Alaska concerning alien abductions. Not sure how real these case studies are, since I can't find any real history of the case studies presented, but I'll save that for later. Milla Jovovich introduces the film as if it were a reenactment of true events, splicing between real footage from a Chapman University video archive to a reenactment performed by Jovovich and various actors, of course the movie itself. Jovovich plays Dr. Abigail Tyler, a psychologist whose patients are experiencing a strange phenomenon. They are all seeing a mysterious owl that has become a dark symbol of fear in their minds. Dr. Tyler isn't sure why they're seeing this owl or the other dark images that haunt their lives, which the patients never really make clear of being. Tyler herself has a dark past. Her husband was murdered in bed as they both slept, and has tormented her life enough without her really knowing it. The movie continues to go back and forth between the real Dr. Abigail Tyler and the real patients she attempts to aid with Jovovich's reenactment. When interviews of the patients go awry, things become interesting. This real footage becomes more frightening than the reenactment. The video footage itself looks very authentic, and if these are indeed actors, they do one hell of a job. The film suffers from a couple of horror cliches like loud noises and dramatic pauses followed by a surprise, done continuously I may add, an attempt to add scares, but it really doesn't work. The novelty of having the documented footage spliced with the movie is hard to grasp in the beginning, but slowly it becomes an effective part of the movie. I believe if the movie only used the documented footage, it could have been just as scary because we are reminded that the movie portion is make-believe when compared with something caught on a camcorder. Something caught on a camcorder at least has a possibility of being real. The Fourth Kind questions the audience whether they believe in alien abductions or not, and it does a wonderful job doing so until the very last portion of documented footage of Dr. Abigail Tyler. I will not spoil it here, but I think this footage ruins the illusion of all the footage being real. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch what happens to the camera. You've seen that happen before in a movie, most likely recently. Researching at home, I could not find anything about a Dr. Abigail Tyler or any documentation of strange occurrences in Nome, Alaska. Maybe that's great the movie had me interested, but in a way I kind of felt duped. A movie would go as far as saying that it's based on real case studies when most likely they were made up. Basically false advertising. The next movie that is based on true events or on a true story, I'm gonna ask, well, how true is it? If studios can tell audiences that their movies are based on true case studies, and they're really not, I don't think it would be wrong for fast food chains to place on cheeseburger wrappers that they'd add 10 years to your life. I mean, who knows, right? It has to be true. The rapper told me so.